This is what we are doing today. Question 2. Question 2. We are doing cost accounting 2.1. They are saying that we need to match, choose the category, cost, choose a cost category from column A and B and match the description in column A. Write only the letter A to E, right? Next to the question number 2.1.1 to 2.1.3 in the answer book. So they are saying that commission of sales person. So this one is very simple. Remember I told you whenever you see sales person, think of selling and distribution. So this will be E. So we are going to write E. Then we have 2.1.2. 2.1.2. They are saying that wages of factory maintenance staff. So this is factory overhead cost because they said factory maintenance staff. So we are going to say A. Then we have the last one. So which is 2.1.3. They are saying office stationery expenses. The moment you see office, just know that they are referring to admin. For example, when you go to the office at your school, you will see administration. So automatically this is B. So you're going to write B. Now we go to 2.2.2. 2.2.1. So they are saying that the Macy's outfit, the business is. So they are saying that the business manufactures clothing product. The owner is Minizita. The information relates to school dresses, which is one of the products they manufacture. Dresses are manufactured according to the orders received, and there is no working process or progress. The financial year ends on 30 April 2020. So now they want us to refer to information B. So they are saying we should complete what factory overhead cost note for the school dresses, which takes 10 marks. So now we know that factory overhead, we have what indirect labor and indirect material and other expenses related to the factory. So we are going to refer to information G, which is factory overhead cost. So we are going to have factory overhead mode. Overhead no cost, right? Cost note. So yeah, so this is what is going to happen. So this is factory overhead note. So as they said, we should refer to information D. They are saying the following costs were extracted from the records on 30 April 2021. So number one, we have what? We have factory rent expense, right? So we are going to record it. Factory. You can just write factory rent. Factory rent. So you open your bracket. It is very important. We have 122,400. 122,400. So we have what? Also we have water and electricity. Water and electricity. So how much do we have for water? And 81,600. Then we have insurance to factory equipment. So we have insurance, going to record insurance. Open your bracket. How much is it? 20,720. 720. Yes. Then let's check. I think we skipped something which you need to consider. Let me do this. So we have this wages of cleaners. So wages of cleaners, we are referring to indirect labor. So we are going to write indirect labor here. Direct labor. So we do this. We have how much is it? 155,760. So remember I told you that under factory overhead cost note, we record indirect labor and indirect material. So you can just even write wages to cleaners. It's also fine. So now I need us to record all the expenses that we have. So for now, let's just deal with these ones. So what are they saying about wages? Let's go to the transactions there. We have this transaction first adjustment here. So they are saying factory rent is split according to the floor space occupied. The dress making section occupies 320 meter square of the total factory space of this meter square, 1280 meter square. So what they are simply telling us is that factory rent is split according to the floor. The dressmaking section occupies 320 of the total factory. So they are simply saying that this 320, remember I told you you are going to write factory, then you ask yourself what meter square appears first, because factory appears first, right? We have 320. So this tells you that you are going to look forward, because we are preparing factory, we are looking forward for 320. That's what we must allocate to the factory overhead cost. So they are saying total factory space of 1200 meters square. So which we are just gonna say multiply by what? Multiply by 320 over 1208. So remember UK, or remember UK is unknown, or what you want divide by what you have. We have 1280 and we want 320 to allocate it to the factory. So now let's see, when you put in calculator, 122,400 times 320 divided by 1280, we are going to get this amount here, 30,600. So we're going to record 30,600. So this one is different from the incorrect, the one that we are preparing the errors, correcting the errors. So we are done with this transaction. We go to the next bullet. 15% of total of water and electricity account must be allocated to the dressmaking section. So when they are saying dressmaking section, they are referring to what? They are simply referring to our factory overhead, because when you checked there, they told us that the business manufactures clothing product. The owner is Minizita. The information relates to the school dressing, which, so they are telling us complete the factory overhead note for the school dresses. So this factory overhead are for the school dresses. So now they are telling us that 15% of the total of what? Water and electricity. So the total of water and electricity is this 81,600. So they are saying from this 81,600 we must give factory 15%. So we just gonna multiply by what? by 15%. And let's see what are we going to get. 81,600 times 15 over 100. We are going to get 12,240. 12,240. Voila. Then we go to the third bullet. Insurance on factory equipment was paid up to 30 June 2021. Dressmaking equipment comprises 1/2 of the total factory equipment. So now we are doing our insurance. As you can see the transaction there, they are saying that they are telling us that insurance on factory equipment was paid up until 30 June 2021. And when you check, our financial year ends on 30 April 2021, meaning that it starts on 1 May 2020. So it ends on this month. And they are telling us that it was paid up to 30 June 2021. So from April to June 2021, there's 2 months in advance. After April, we have May, June. We paid 2 months in advance because we are the one who are paying insurance. These are what we call prepaid expense. And we were supposed to pay only 12 months to the insurance at the factory. But we gave 14 instead of 12. So this 20,720. It's for what? It's for 14 months. So we need what? We need 12 months. That is what we need to allocate to the factory. And we know we are going to use what UK unknown, which is what we want 12. We want 12 months divided by what we know, 14. But when you check here, they said that dressing-making equipment comprises 1/3 of the total factory equipment. So you multiply by what? You multiply by 1/3. Then you are going to get what? So let's do this in our factory. Times 12 divided by 14 times 1/3. So let's put this in calculator and see what are we going to get. 2720 times 12 divided by 14. Get this, multiply by 1 divided by 3. You're going to get 5,920. 5,920. Thank you. So did you understand this?
Yes.
Thank you. So now we move to the other transaction. See what are they saying. They are telling us that the fourth bullet, only one of the 6 cleaner. So we have 6 cleaners. We have 6 workers. Or let me just say cleaners. But only one, right? One cleaner. Only one cleaner, Susan. And this one cleaner is Susan, was allocated to the dressmaking section. So this one was allocated to what? So when we are talking about dressmaking section, we are referring to the factory overhead. So they are saying that Susan earned 10% less than the other 5 cleaners. So this is very simple. This is very, 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 very simple. What we need to do is that let's check. Let's do this. So now this is what is happening. They are saying that only one worker of the 6 cleaners. So automatically we have 6 cleaners, right? And they are saying that Susan was allocated to the dressmaking, meaning that dressmaking we are referring to factory overhead. So Susan is the one that we focus on for dress making factory overhead. So they are saying Susan earn what? 10%. This is what we need to allocate to the factory. But they are saying less than the other 5 cleaners. So if Susan is earning 10% less than the other cleaners, so you must ask yourself a question: how much are these 5 earning? It is their wages. It's always 100%. And how many are they? They are 5, right? 5 cleaners. But they are saying that Susan is earning 10% less. So 10% less, you're gonna say 100 minus 10, you'll get what? You'll get 90%. Multiply by what? 1 cleaner. So now 100 times 5, it gives you 500. Then 90 times 1, it gives you 90. When you add the 2, you're going to get 590. This 590 is the total rate that is allocated to what? To the indirect labor of this 155,706. But now you need to ask yourself, as I always tell you, UK, it's our quadratic method in accounting. What you want? You want 10%, because they are saying dressing making. Susan was allocated to the dressing making. Dressing making, we are referring to what? To factory. So we are going to multiply this by 10 over 590. Unknown divided by known. We know that this 155,706 is equivalent to what? 590. Or we will say that what you want divided by what you have. You have 590, which is equivalent to this amount. So when we put this in calculate, we are going to get how much? 155,760 times 10 divided by 590. You're going to get 2,640. So you're going to record 2,640. 2,640. Yeah. Then is it? Wait, we missed something there. Unfortunately, yes, we can still do this way. We can take it to this way, but we are not going to record this amount here. Let me show you something. 155,760 times 100 divided by 5 divided by 590, right? We get this. We get 26,400. So 26,400. This is equivalent to 100, right? Percent, and we only need what? We only need 90%. That's what we need to allocate to what? To indirect labor. So let's get that 10%. 155,760 multiply by 10 divided by 590. We are going to get 2,640. When we minus the 2, what are we going to get? Minus 26,400. You are going to get 23,706. So this is what we must allocate here. 23,706. So which means there we can just take it in a shortcut. We are going to say 90 divided by 1, not 150. Sorry. 90 divided by 590. So let's confirm it. 155,760 times 90 divided by 590. We get this. Thank you. So they are saying that Susan earned 10% less. So these 5 are earning 100, and Susan earned what? 10% less. 100 minus 10. we get 90. So that 90 is what we need to allocate to the factory. Yes. So yeah, you can do it in these two ways. So now when we check, yes, we are not going to consider information. So there's no other transactions. So we have salaries on dressmaking. So let's record it. Salaries, salary of dressmaking supervisor. Supervisor. How much is it? 76,960. 960. Then we have what? We have delivery expense. Nope. Delivery expense. This is not for factory. This goes where? This goes to the selling and distribution. Eh? This one is for selling and distribution. I hope you get it. We use it because when you are selling, you also need to deliver. So we have depreciation on dressmaking, right? Machines. So you can just write depreciation on machine. Depreciation machines. And which is 6,300. Then we have sundry expenses on dressmaking. So you can just write sundry expenses. How much is it? 10,670. Then we do the workings. Let's put in a calculator. See, 23,760 plus 30,600 plus 12240 plus 5920 plus 76960 plus 30300 plus 10670. The reason why I'm calling these numbers one by one, I don't want to make any mistakes because I want to be more accurate. Now we are done with our factory overhead. So this amount here,